Hey guys, Tiff Travels the World here, registered Republican. I wanted to tell you guys, I came across affirmative action, and usually I'm 100% in agreement with more of red, more of Republican values, stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you my story about affirmative action. I was wondering if any of y'all have gotten a job from affirmative action. Does it work? So I will tell you, affirmative action is supposed to be like if there's a federal job or something like that, you can't be discriminated against if you're a woman, your sex, your color, all these different things. So it's been around for since maybe 1967. I'm not sure of the exact date. Um, but does it work and do we need it? So on one side, when I was working in the military, in the Air Force, I always thought, you really don't need affirmative action because anybody can really get a job anywhere. And if you're smart enough and if you work hard enough, that somebody's going to hire you. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they hire you over, someone that's doing a menial job? But so what happened is I retired from the Air Force and there was a job that I took. The prerequisite was prior military. So, anyways, I was like, okay, this is a shoe in. So I go and do the interview for the job. I am one of few women there. And the women that are there are the stereotypical, like, I don't know, like a lesbian chick, kind of like dressed like a man. So I was the only really feminine female type there. And while they had on their khaki pants and they looked, their little polo shirts and stuff like that, I actually came in like a dress suit. Now, as a woman in life, y'all, it is a little bit harder for us in the workforce to be taken seriously, especially when we're pretty. Or I've always had jobs in the warehouse, and when I would first come, people that I wasn't friends with and was later friends with would be like, oh my God, we didn't want you back there. We saw her, we saw the nails, the hair, the lipstick, and we were like, she ain't gonna do nothing. She's just gonna be a problem. So, anyways, after they got to know me, they seen how I worked in the back. I can outwork a lot of people. And this is why I think I'm retired early, because I organized my life and I planned and got in there and did what I needed to do and had a plan. Anyway, so at this job, I'm hired for the job. We go and we work in Pakistan. Now, meanwhile, there's a couple guys, and it's getting back to me that they don't really want me to come and be on the team because they're like, don't bring her. Sort of like I was going to be a liability. And they were kind of like, oh, why do we got to bring her? Because they were like, the tomboys carrying knives, khaki pants, wanting to carry weapons and all this. So, and I don't present like that, if y'all know what I mean. I present like a girl, a lady. My laptop was in a pink leather bag. So what? Okay. Just because they came like looking one way, like it ended up being that some of the guys that thought I was going to have to go home early or fail actually ended up leaving like the first month. So I'm sharing this with you. A lot of people got sick. The food there, we didn't have a refrigerator like the first month. They were bringing like a chicken on a bike to us. And we just had to get everything situated at first. And I'm the type of person that, I know it sounds weird, but if I don't like the way the food looks, I can eat candy. And I'll be like, send me some Twizzlers, y'all, or I'll just eat candy or stuff that's like nobody else wants to eat for dinner. So I didn't get sick. Just about everybody else got sick and lost about 20 pounds. I was the same from when I got there till I left. Anyway, as the job progressed there, we had a thing where we weren't supposed to discuss how much we made amongst ourselves. It was just like this thing. I think it's very common. But somehow there was a guy in charge, and he was a black dude. He didn't look black, but I knew he was black because I was friends with him. He was mixed. He pointed out one day to the boss, like, why is Tiffany not making the same as the other people? And I didn't even know that, but he went to bat for me, and I don't know why I came in at a lower rate or not. I don't know if it was because I was a female, or maybe if they had like asked for a higher rate or negotiated. I really don't know how it happened, but this person had my back. And I appreciated that, and they ended up getting me the same as everyone else. I mean, we were making good money. This is contracting business, but it wasn't until he did that for me until I got that. Now, I'm just saying, as a woman, it's so hard to be in these positions when you look feminine and everybody else is walking around looking, very masculine in a masculine environment. So, anyway, I do not know if I was hired because of affirmative action. I mean, I didn't negotiate anything, fill out any paperwork or anything like that. But this was a predominantly kind of like a male gig. Well, they didn't say that, but it seemed that way. So when I think back about it, I wonder if I was hired because of affirmative action. And so when people get mad at me because I'm not on the blue side, then I kind of think this might be one of the reasons. And this is a valid reason, sometimes for women and for people of color. It may help, but I'm not for sure if it's helped or not. I wanted to know if you guys had any experiences like this. Did you get a job that you got because of your color? Was somebody more qualified for something and then you got the job? And this is the problem with affirmative action, because people feel like they're the ones that are the most educated, that can do the best in that job, and that they were hired by someone else, like a woman or someone of color, just based off of her affirmative action. So I wanted to hear what you guys' opinion of affirmative action is, and if you ever knowingly got a job based off of affirmative action. Thanks, guys.